William Shakespeare is well known for his great influence on English language, and you've probably heard of him as a famous poet, dramatist, and writer of plays like Hamlet, Macbeth, and Romeo and Juliet. Well, we don't know his birthday for certain, but records show that he was baptized on the 26th of April in 1564. In those days, people were baptized 3 days after birth, so we assume his birthday is on the 23rd. He grew up in Stratford-upon-Avon, a small town in the centre of England, and an important river crossing settlement and market centre. As a boy, Shakespeare attended the Stratford Grammar School, where he studied classical authors like Virgil, Cicero, and, his favourite, Ovid. It is likely that the family paid for William's education, although there is no evidence that he ever attended university. There is no record of Shakespeare in either Stratford nor London from 1585 up until 1592, and are therefore called the Lost Years. In 1592, he started his early career in London, because that was the only place buildings were designed specifically for performing plays. In total, there are 37 plays and 154 sonnets credited to Shakespeare. He even owned part of the Globe Theatre, which is now most associated with his plays. But what about his family? Let's take a look at his parents first. His dad, John Shakespeare, a son of Richard Shakespeare, is said to be a glovemaker, town official of Stratford, and a local businessman who traded in grain and wool. He was also involved in money laundering. John was a prominent citizen, serving on the town council for many years and becoming mayor in 1568. His house was quite large so that he could work and live in the same place. He married William's mother, Mary Arden, in 1557. She was the youngest daughter of a landowner called Robert Arden. The family had been prominent in Warwickshire since before the Norman conquest. She later inherited much of her father's landowning and farming estate when he died in December 1556. The family home is now called Mary Arden's house and is located in Wilmcote, Warwickshire, still open as a museum for tourists today. John and Mary had 8 children, William being the third in line. He had 2 older sisters, Joan and Margaret, who both died in infancy, followed by his younger brother Gilbert. 3 years later, a third sister, also named Joan, was born. She later married William Hart. William Shakespeare's 4th sister, Anne, also died in infancy. Richard and Edmund were the youngest of the family. William and Edmund went to London together, since Edmund was an actor. He was featured in some of William's rivals' plays. In 1582, the 18-year-old William married the 26 and pregnant Anne Hathaway. She was the daughter of Richard Hathaway, who was a local farmer. Anne never left Stratford, living there for 67 years. Her home, now known as Anne Hathaway's cottage, still stands in the village of Suttery. Soon after they had their first daughter, Susanna. She was baptized on the 26th of May in 1583. There are no school records, but she was able to sign her name. When she was 24, she married the 32-year-old John Howe, a physician, in 1607. They had 1 daughter together in 1608, named Elizabeth. She was the only grandchild William ever knew. Twins Hamlet and Judith were born in February 1585. Hamlet died at the age of 11, probably inspiring one of William's most successful plays, Hamlet. Judith married Thomas Queeny, a Stratford vintner, in 1616, giving birth to Shakespeare, Richard, and Thomas.